welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about something I've noticed a lot on Facebook and Instagram where I feel like some parents need a little advice. Today we'll be talking about parenting in summer. A lot of parents I've noticed lately, they get, I don't know if I want to use the word afraid, but they really don't like the idea of summer vacation, whether it's the kids being home or, trying to find that balance for their kids between complete and utter freedom and, hard, strict rules. So today I'm going to give you a few tips that I use myself personally, and for anyone just to, curb any conversation. Yes, all of these things I do personally. So, okay. So the first thing I want to say is that, when we were children, there were things we did that our parents had us do. Do your chores. You had things, you had limits on what you could and couldn't do. If you were like my mom, it was get up, do your chores, and get the hell out of my house. I will see you at lunchtime, and then again when the street lights come on, or 5:30, whatever popped up first. So for me, my children, we have a lot of electronics. We have technology, and I'm not afraid of it. Sometimes I do fear the blue glow and the blank stares, but for the most part, we thoroughly enjoy our electronics in this house. So, our rule for our children is that they have to do at least 2 productive things a day. One that is productive for themselves, whether it's reading a book, working on a personal project, getting their stank self in the shower, and actually getting dressed for the day. Those are all things that they can progress. And yes, I do count showering as a productive thing because it's summertime. And sometimes even mommy likes to stay in her jammies for a day or two. Then the second thing is they have to do something productive towards the house. Take the dog for a long walk, or go clean the dishes, or, anything that helps out the entire house. Cooking dinner, is a good example as well, which both of my older children do cook. Which, if you want to see a video on that, check the link below. So, after those things have been accomplished, then it's time to actually get into the day. So around 10, 11 o'clock, that should be your happy moment. And I don't make my children wake up at the crack of dawn because mama ain't waking up that early. I need my coffee. I need to be ready for the day myself. So, at this point, we have where a lot of parents have a disconnect. They will just say, go outside. Okay, let's get into that. Do you really want your child outside doing God knows what all day? Now, if you're a child like I was, you're getting into some stuff. If you're a child like my children, they're going to get into some stuff. They're going to go to the creek. They're going to get muddy. They're going to be out shooting arrows into a target. They're going to get into stuff. So me personally, I check on my children about once an hour, but at least once a day, I prefer to spend time with my children. We do go outside together. This is a very good piece of advice. If you want your child outside, the best thing to do would be get up and go outside with them. Go outside, go to the park. Take them out to the actual park. Let them play. Better yet, play with them. You know how to play tag. You know how to play hide and seek. You know how to play with them. Go out and do that with them. That gives them that encouragement that this is fun and I'm having fun with my parent. The second thing I would say would be to go on a walk. Just a family walk. It encourages them to open up and talk to you about anything that might be bothering you or them. It also gives you a chance to get out and explore your neighborhood. We actually have a nature trail not far down from our house, so we love to go out there and walk around. And I want to say at least once a week, it's a good thing to take a nice long walk with your kid because it really does strengthen that bond. Any of these options strengthen the bond with you and your kids. And these are not things that you can that have an age limit. I mean, I have a teenager and he loves to go out and walk and talk and hang out and do every single thing that's on this list. So I'd say if it's a problem, if it's like kids don't really want to walk or they don't want to, go outside, make a game. Make a game out of it. Let's go to the park and see if we can find, a rock or a certain leaf. I mean, Google your area. What kind of trees do you have? What kind of flowers are growing near your house? Those are kind of things you can put on a list and say, let's go outside and we'll find these things. So scavenger hunts, awesome. So let's say it's a rainy day or everybody's feeling kind of oogie and you want to stay inside. That's good. Every kid that I have met loves to play some sort of game or another. Pick up a controller. You might like it. You might end up sending the kids out of the room and saying, hey, mama needs time to play now, or daddy needs time to play. Honestly, in my household, there's plenty of consoles for everybody to be playing at one time. So I like to pick up a controller and say, what is my kid into? I've actually even played Minecraft and Fortnite and a lot of different other games with my kids. I think one we're playing right now is called Love in a Dangerous Space Time. It is so awesome. It's got 4 players and it's really good because you can all sit on the couch and laugh and cut up, and it is kind of a hard game, but I mean, my 5-year-old, 6-year-old, he definitely likes to play as well. I like the co-op play games because it actually builds, it builds everybody working together, and it's really good. But it also, there's games like Runbow that they are multiplayer kind of, but they're more of fighting game kind of style, where it's like a giant battle game, or Fortnite. But at Fortnite, you have to be careful because you have to have 2 different systems. So I can suggest, if anyone needs, you can ask down in the comments and I can say, here's a few games that are multiplayer co-op. With the newer systems, it's like the on-site co-op is a dying breed. But there is a lot of games out there that can be done. Unless you have Nintendo, of course, there's always going to be party games for Nintendo, which I'm not getting into that because we'll be sitting here all day long reviewing E3, so we're not doing that. So another thing is bring back the board games. What happened to children playing board games? Honestly, I've met kids that don't know how to play checkers. Checkers! What kind of uncultured swine of a parent are you that doesn't teach your child how to play checkers? I mean, it's not a complicated game. There's tons of games. I have at least 30 board games just for family play. Not to mention the adult board games that we play, or, we play with our teenager as well. But a simple game like checkers or Monopoly, come on. I mean, bring back these things that we had when we were children. Not just sending your child off to play by themselves. Go away, go to your room, go to this, go to that, and then complain about the fact that they are playing and doing what you want them to do. So that's another video. We're not getting into parenting styles. An amazing thing to do, which is something we do a lot, is word games. I just posted a video about this and I'll put the link down below. But word games are awesome. Not only does it teach your kids to have a bigger vocabulary, you can play them anywhere. We literally play these at restaurants in order to keep the kids patient while they're waiting. We play them in cars on long road trips. We've had so many of those with our kids that it's really good to build. And I can expand more than that on another video because I actually have one that I am recording for a game that people are always asking us how to play, which is called the ABC game. Look for that video. So another thing you want to do is bring back the crafts. And you don't have to be fancy dancy Pinterest mom and have all these elaborate crafts. You don't. You can literally color with your kids run off a picture that you can find online. You can literally Google anything and find a coloring page for it. You don't have to go out and spend all kind of money on coloring books or anything, even though they're at the dollar store. You can literally go online and print off free craft pages and free coloring pages and just sit down at a table and just color with your kids. I do this so much. Not only is it relaxing, it's bonding because you're all sitting together doing things. Every single thing that I have mentioned literally builds your family up. It calms the kids down. It relaxes the kids. So speaking of the dollar store, there are so many crafts at the dollar store and supplies nowadays. Like I went in there the other day, they actually have t-shirts in there and they have dye in there. You can literally tie dye right there from the dollar store. And don't be afraid of it. Grab while you're at the dollar store, grab one of those giant tablecloths, cut it in half and fold it and put it out on your table. If you have an outside table, cool. If you don't, stick it over your dining room table, color, craft, do whatever you're gonna do, even get out the glitter. And then when you're done, simply just roll it up and toss it in the trash. This works so well. For 50 cents, you literally have something that you can roll up and toss away. So if the kids want to paint or they want to glitter or anything like that, this is the best way to do that. So my main point that I want to get across is that sending your kids away and doing anything that can get them away from you, or sitting at the park on your phone when they're out playing, these are all things that it causes a distance between you and your children. It causes that rift. And the older they get, that bigger that rift gets. So then you get to the point where you have an older child and they no longer want to spend time with you. But if you do these family building exercises during the summer, it relaxes you. It calms you down. Taking a walk is one of the most, like literally you can look it up. There is actual evidence to support that taking a walk in nature is actually one of the best antidepressants that there is out there. When you get to coloring with your kids, you can print out adult coloring pages for free from Google Images and do those with your kids. It's so relaxing. Me personally, I have anxiety and depression and PTSD, and these are all things that I do with my kids in order not only to build them up, but to de-stress myself. So please go out, enjoy summer with your kids. And not on this list is plenty of other things. You know, there's plenty of museums and national parks and pools and going to the beach. There's so many things you can do with your kids. Don't just let them sit around all summer staring into the blue glow and have that little gruel puddle. And then figure out ways to get them away from that. So these are very, very helpful ways. Thank you all for joining me today and for letting me get out some of the ways that I have my kids around me during the summer. I love summer. Summer's one of my favorite times of year because the kids are home and I can do things with them and spend time with them. I love it. I love spending time with my kids. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below if you have any further ideas or anything like that, or even if you want to hash out some of the things that I've said in this video. I'm always up for criticism. I'm always up for a conversation. So, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to put a little note in here afterwards and say, we went to the park today and we went on the nature trail and we went walking and playing in the mud and playing in the water, and I completely forgot that one of the best parts of hanging with your kids and buildings and bonding and letting them out, letting them run, letting them act like kids, it actually wears them out. Therefore, as soon as you get back, you know, you have time for you. And, you know, there's always the excuses that parents have of why they can't play with their kids, or they can't do this, or they can't do that. I've worked 2 jobs, and my husband works all the time, and yet we always find time to get out and spend time with our kids and do extra things that, you know, that build with them, because you have plenty of time in your life to sit around and be you and do what you want, but they're only little for so long, you know what I mean? So I like I said, I'm not judging anybody. I just wanted to put in this note. And my daughter actually recorded the whole time we were out, and she's putting out this great video herself. So I'll put the link down in the thing as soon as she's done as well. But yeah, enjoy your summer, have fun.